The place to be on Sundays is right here on the Signal 284 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with your lovely crew, Lola, Hennessy, and your boy T to the E to the J. Juicy topics on all things love and relationships. Listeners' discretion is advised. The views and opinions of the Lovelink Show does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Signal 284 staff or team. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Listeners' discretion is advised. We are not experts, however, we are just a set of opinionated people having conversations that we would usually have off air amongst each other on air, along with the help of the internet. Please, we ask that you censor your words once you're calling in, as we know one can become very passionate. So try your best to be as creative as you can. Here, we use love muscle and love muffin when necessary. When texting, please make a reference to your message, as sometimes we have already moved on and are not exactly sure what you're responding to. So, in order to avoid confusion, help us to help you. Please remember that this show is completely listener-based for now. So we want to hear from you, our listening audience. You can hit us up at 284-544-6677, whether it be on WhatsApp, call, or text, or straight text. Or if you're on the website, you can just message us. It's anonymous any which way. To keep up with us, you can check in with us on our socials at The Signal 284 for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
I tell you, you were a good egg. You were a really good egg. Yes. All right, we're so sorry about that. It was so nice. We have to do it twice. So this is your girl Lola alongside.
Manifa.
No, you have to kiss the mic.
Manifa.
Still EU says the Adams.
All right, and we are so glad to be here. If you were watching from the beginning, you would know that our number to call is 284-544-6677. You can WhatsApp, you can iMessage, you can do all kind of other things. Yeah, iMessage, WhatsApp.
iMessage?
Yeah, we can iMessage as well.
You have iMessage?
Yes, we do. Yes, we have iMessage. And we are missing Hennessy, and Hennessy has to work, unfortunately. And TJ has another engagement. And I was going to cancel again, adulting again, but I said no. So I tried to rope in 2 older heads, 2 younger heads. But again, adulting took place, and we are now down to 2. So we have an older, a younger, a male, and a female, which I think is perfect. You don't think so?
Yeah.
I'm just, firstly, this is my introduction. I'm happy to be here. Surrounded by
This is your first time.
Yes, it's my first time.
You're usually behind the scenes.
She hasn't invited me
Oh, wow. Lola,
in all the
really?
years. And I will probably in here. I paint these walls.
You see set up everything in here. And I refuse to believe that you see can tell the people them.
Wow.
I didn't. You were in here from inception.
And she didn't bring me on any of the shows. But it's okay, I'm here. Delay is not denial. Happy to be surrounded by these lovely young ladies. Both brilliant. Inspirations. They don't know it, but inspirations. So we're going to talk about adulting.
Yes.
Hand it back to you. I almost took over.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But yes, our topic for tonight is adulting ain't it. Now, when I asked you to be a part of this show, guys, be honest. What's the first thing that came to your mind when you heard the title of this show? Adulting ain't it.
Too much responsibility.
Waking up for work. Waking up for work. That is the bane. I love it, but that's the bane of my existence.
Oh my gosh. So then I'm going to ask you on social media, what is the hardest part of adulting for you? Let's hear what you have to say. What is the hardest part, the hardest? Let me say Papa Lee. What's the hardest part of adulting for you? All right, so let's go. Real talk. When we were younger, what did it mean to grow up? Like when we... What? Tell me, like when you were young, when you were a younger person, and everything was just, I can't wait to grow up. Like what were you thinking?
Being your own boss.
Yeah.
Doing what you want to do, when you want to do it,
Yeah.
how you want to do it.
And has that changed?
Not
No.
really. Because it just happens so that other things predict when you do it, how you do it,
Okay,
and
then.
so forth. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Definitely, I think the independence for sure. But if I be honest with you, sometimes I don't like the fact that I have to be independent at times. So I live with my mother. You know that it's just
Praise the
me
Lord.
and my mother. And my mother is away on vacation this week,
How is that going?
and you know I can't cook.
Oh, wow.
So I'm trying to figure out who I can beg for a plate on Monday, who I can get a plate from on Tuesday. So it has its benefits because, like Miss King said, I go when I come, when I want, I do what I want, but I want to depend on somebody
Right.
to take care of me too. So it's,
And I feel that's a lot of the young people. The adults are just there for the good things,
Yeah.
the main things, but when it comes to the other things, they
Like,
don't
leave me
want to
alone.
take
Don't
on
be
that
my business. Leave me alone. Give me my space, but make sure you cook every morning. and I do the laundry, but just
Make sure everything's in
yeah,
order.
but leave me alone still. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm laughing so much, right? Because I have an 18-year-old son who's right now away in college. And I'm just laughing because it's like when you hear him speak, it's like mommy is plan A, B, and C. Like, dude, really? Clearly, you don't have a plan then. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I have goals, but on a day-to-day basis, it's my mother. God bless her.
I'm wondering, I mean, from looking at it through our eyes, you think it would be the same if a young lady his age would have been here saying the same thing?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so, especially if they live with their parents. Yes.
You think so? You see?
I think the young ladies, well, those that I know, might be a bit more independent than the males. And that's a whole other story, because I think, young women are quote-unquote bred to be independent and bred to stand on their own. But not me. I hold my hand.
I'm telling you, I'm laughing because just yesterday, he is in, what's the name of the popular telephone company in the States now?
T-Mobile.
Yes. So he's in T-Mobile and he can't even make a simple decision. Yeah.
Wow, what's my blood type? What size, I don't know, my mother asked her what size pants I should be buying.
Listen, my son is the same way. He is totally the same way. I asked him how would he be able to survive.
But I think in the same breath, it might be part of the process of growing up, because for me, what I realized as I started to grow was that my mother was kind of piece by piece giving me independence and things. So as I started to make my own money, she stopped giving me money.
Oh yeah, I stopped that too. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's a rite of passage. Once you started to make your own money.
And for me now, like I said, I live with her now, but I do plan to move in the next 12 months or so to be on my own.
Really?
12 months?
Yeah, very soon.
Really? Well, it's very soon. What, are you going to leave your mommy by herself?
Yes, I want my space.
What more space if it's just two of you?
And
no, that is unfair.
Yes, it is.
I need my space.
So you're using her for food. you want her for food, but you don't want her for her company.
Correct. Give me my space, but cook, because I'll come by in the morning for food before I go to work. Maybe you could iron some shorts for me. But
then might as well you stay home.
No. From 30 minutes away. Yeah. I will video call.
You see? I don't agree.
So I think it's the grass is greener on the other side.
Yes.
Because when you're younger, you want to be older. And then when you're older, you say, I wish I can go back.
Yeah.
And do it all over again.
To do it all over again. So my first thing that I want us to talk about is the myth of having it all together. Is it a myth?
It is.
It certainly is.
It is.
I think I would start by saying the truth is, as my cousin told me earlier when I asked her about the show and what she thought about it, she was like, listen, you asking me, I still winging it. I'm still, and she's way older than me. And she's like, I'm still winging it. Yeah. So how can I come on a show about adulting or even call in about a show? I listen in.
Yeah.
'Cause I still winging it the same way.
I think one of the things that I recognize is that falsely, I'm still learning.
Right.
But when it comes to me, I say this humbly, as a young man who has accomplished a lot,
yes, you have.
There is a lot of pressure to just be big and do great things. And I try to tell people I'm only 22. Sometimes I want to be a child still. You know, I want to run around and frolic. I want to laugh. I want the space to make mistakes, to learn. And so when I realized the problem with that, because that pressure was so heavy on me, I started to put it on myself. To also keep going and also. And every time I messed up, it was always this big moment. So, and I could be transparent and tell you. So, you know, I'm in school right now. And my very last semester, because I'm in school full-time and working full-time, I failed every single class my last semester. Every 4 courses that I'm paying for.
What happened?
Life. I was very busy. You know, I'm busy with work often. I have a lot of things going on the side. And I didn't get the time to focus on that. And that beat me up. It mashed me up for a couple of weeks because I was like, I am an absolute failure now. I don't live up to the vision that people have for me. And I had to take a step back and kind of be like, you know what? It's okay.
It is.
It's okay. And I kind of use that experience now. Yeah. Putting the credit card in hurts. It hurts. It's still, you know, that's the consequence. And I learned from that consequence that if I still have to pay this couple $1,000, even though I didn't pass, I am going to pass going forward. So I don't have it all together. I don't know if I ever will, but the process of trying to get there is like this continual learning experience. And as long as I take those lessons up and put them to practice, I think I make progress. And I always say, I always want to be a work in progress as long as I'm still making progress.
Oh, I like that.
And and I think any successful adult would agree with you because life has many mistakes, many mistakes. I don't think there's anyone out there that would say that they ever had a perfect life because I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, yes, you had your failures, but you picked up, or you will pick up.
I try.
And?
I ain't learned fully, but God knows I'm trying.
Well, let's start with the most obvious thing. Money.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Yeah.
That financial discipline.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the bills, the rent, the groceries, the taxes, as he said, the credit card bills. And guess what? It doesn't stop.
It doesn't. Every month
It does
is something.
not
Every
stop.
And you know what I really hate? I hate Digicel.
You can't
I can't say that. No, they always pop up at the weirdest times. All of a sudden, the month finish and the bill due. Digicel is my biggest enemy, besides ChatGPT.
You mean the time is moving so fast?
Yes, let me say that. The bill, because before they raise it again. The days fly by too quickly. That's the one bill that always catches me.
But you know, when you're young, you thought, as you rightfully stated, you thought that being older means you had more money, you had more freedom.
Yeah.
That's a misconception.
It is.
Right there.
Because I used to literally dream of making the money I do now. And it's just not enough.
Yeah.
Are you budgeted?
It's just not enough.
I feel like I'm talking to my child.
Well, you see, first of all, you know you have to live within your means, right?
I like nice things.
Okay.
And I walk right next to Bobby's. So that I'm forced in line at every shift. The morning shift, the 12 o'clock shift, and the 4 o'clock shift, I'm forced in line. I have my paper says number 1. Yeah.
So then let me ask you, or both of you, we've all gone through it, that paycheck to paycheck era. As you rightfully stated, everything is going up, but the paycheck is not going up. How, coming out on your own or looking to go out into your own in the next 12 months, how are you envisioning this big, gigantic step?
So as Ms. King said, it's about budgeting. And I think what I am doing, which I'm gladly doing, while I can, I'm taking the opportunity to be a bit reckless and kind of enjoy my life. So Friday, I'm heading to Thailand. Yeah.
Really?
On a random Friday.
So,
You came by yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the adventure.
Yeah.
However, how are you going to manage that when you go out on your own?
So it's forcibly living within my means. So I kind of have an idea in my mind of how I need to structure myself as I get ready to make that big change in life. I have a saving plan.
Okay.
And I've done really well in building savings and being disciplined in savings. But like I said, my biggest problem is that I just like to eat. So I do not ever feel bad about treating myself to
When
a
it comes
nice
to
plate
food.
of food.
All right.
Okay.
And travels.
Okay.
I don't ever tell myself no when I want to travel, just because I want to get those experiences in while I'm young, while I have the strength to do it, and I want to be able to see those places that were on my bucket list.
I got you. So I must say this generation is very fortunate though, because I have it set. I have mi banco, and I have it set to remind me when my balance is a certain
low.
level.
Yes.
So at least if I am being ridiculous that particular month, because just like Kevin had say, listen, like Kevin had say, you have a savings and a check-in, and then when the check-in run out, you have to go into the savings to carry it over to the check-in. But really and truly, when it hits that value that I put in my app,
I didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
Yes. And you get the
You
email and it
your
tells
text.
you,
You get a
and tell that
text to
it's low.
say you have whatever the number is on lower than that amount.
Yes.
So it makes
Yeah,
life
you
a
can set it to the
lot
amount you
easier, because we did not have financial literacy in school.
Yeah. we did.
Right.
They have it now, but we did not have that in school. How do you balance your checkbook? How do you make sure that you spend? If this is how much you start off with, you make sure that you spend. How do you deal with credit?
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest. I do not own a credit card.
I refuse to get one.
And the reason I don't own a credit card is because I remember when I was going to college and my mom got a credit card because, of course, it didn't have no debit card back then. Yeah, that's how old it was.
Yeah.
It didn't have any debit card back then. It was just credit cards. And I
When
think
you were
she
going to
had
college,
it.
I was 40.
Should I hit him in the gut? Should I hit him in the gut?
46.
So the credit was for $1,000. So because, I was really using the card, and when I used it, my mother being who she is, she paid it. Then when you look, it went to 3,000. Then it went to 5,000.
Because y'all had good credit.
Then it went to 10,000.
Yes.
I tell my mother, no, you cut that off, because if I know
That
I
you
have
have that,
access to
yeah.
$10,000,
Oh, man.
no, cut it now.
Using that analogy, I could kind of see how it traps people.
Yes.
Because you're like, I could spend $10,000.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you might not
And I
be
was fine
thinking
with the
about
1,000.
that. You,
I was fine with the 1,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you come now and give me access to $10,000 because I paid on time? Everybody doesn't have that control.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're down the rabbit hole.
So,
You got
and
debt.
I don't understand. So tell me this. So you spend and you reach your limit and then you pay back.
No. Every month you have to pay.
You're right.
And if you don't pay, that's when you mess up your credit.
Correct.
So you pay to try to get to what you spend.
Yes. So it's best that every time you spend, you pay.
So wouldn't it make just sense to just pay your own money and finish?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why I don't have a credit card today.
Yeah.
I just have the debit card. So when money done, fun done.
Yeah. A credit card is like a loan. They're loaning you money and you have to pay it back with interest.
With interest, of course.
Yes. So sometimes you get a credit card that's, as she said, $1,000, but then you end up paying like $3,000-$4,000 at the end.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you for that. I'm learning. There's
No,
to credit cards.
don't get credit cards. Once you have the Visa logo
Yeah.
on your ATH card, you are
Use
good
that
to
anywhere.
go. At the end of the day,
Okay,
Yeah.
no credit card. I'll make a
no credit card. And then I have here in my notes the pressure to keep up with friends who tend to be doing better than you. Now, I know that is so true because I have been in the company of some of my friends and they were like, so when did you build your house? When did you, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I started building when I was 31 or so. And they're like, yeah, but I'm 35 and I haven't started to build yet. And I'm thinking to myself, don't compare yourself with me.
Right.
You walk your walk. But that's what happens. Like people put a lot of pressure on themselves to fulfill these unrealistic deadlines. Who set these deadlines anyway?
I was saying earlier, the American dream. I don't know if it's only an American dream, but they want you to go to college,
Yeah.
they want you to get married, they want you to build a house or buy a house and have the 2 children and a dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's what a lot of us try to get towards, and that's where we get into a stumbling
that
block.
perfect picture.
Yeah, that perfect picture. Yeah.
It's I think it's also the fact that sometimes, especially when it's your age mates,
Yes.
and you see them accomplishing certain things that you haven't as well, naturally it might make you think, oh, am I a bit behind in time? But it's really and truly we are all on this very own different journey, different obstacles, different opportunities, and listen, at the end of it all, we are going to be the same place laying down.
Yes, you see.
You know.
But I'm thinking, just hearing if your peers are hearing, he's going where?
Yes, I was just
He's
thinking
going
the same
where?
thing. Yes.
Because I'm telling you, I've been in situations at work and I've heard persons talk about, they want to go on a European tour because they've seen other people on a European tour with posting their pictures and stuff like that. And I'm like, but if that wasn't even on your bucket list, you
Right.
only
Just
put that on your bucket.
because,
So it's not your bucket list.
Yeah.
And some people
know?
are envious as well. If you see could go Thailand, that means I can go to Thailand too.
Exactly. Even though their bank account is saying, no, you can't.
Not knowing what UC has.
Or how long he took.
To save for it.
Yeah.
So, but Thailand isn't one of my places that I want to go. How come you choose Thailand? Just real quick.
No, I'm going to Miss Universe. My best friend is in Miss Universe this year.
Oh.
Okay,
going to,
nice. So you're going
So
to
you're going to
support.
support.
Going to support. It's my birth. While I'm there, it's going to be my birthday too. So I'm just killing 2 birds with one stone.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward. That's my second big trip
So,
for the year.
in adulting, I'll ask financially, did you save towards this trip?
I did.
Okay.
Did. So the good thing about it, I told her she had to make sure she won, so she was going, because I was making plans and resolving things beforehand. So
Okay.
maybe even if she didn't win, I was going.
Even though you said that softly, we were online.
It was a lot of months of me kind of scouting airline tickets,
Okay.
scouting the show tickets, scouting hotel tickets, and also making these mental decisions that, okay, this month I'm going to save this much extra leading up. I'm going to put this aside for the plane ticket leading
Right.
up. So, and that's kind of how, when I have big projects going up, I try to, the thought that I have in my mind, the sooner that I pay off flight and hotel, the more money I have to spend.
Okay.
Because if you wait,
buy
if you wait, exactly. The later you wait to kind of deal with these mission critical things, the more tense it comes and it requires more planning and shifting. So a lot of early planning and setting goals.
Right.
Setting goals and every now and then being disciplined with yourself. Every now and then, not too often.
Yeah.
Telling yourself no.
I think one of the things I definitely want persons to remember with the winging it in adulthood is that it's always best. I'm putting my brother out there, but my brother has this philosophy: you only live once, spend your money. And every time he says it, I say, but save some in case you live tomorrow.
That's good.
Because
Good.
if you spend all, you're doomed. Because adulthood, unfortunately, has a lot of unexpected
It's always
expenses.
something. It is
Yes.
always
Whether
something.
you accidentally trip up and your phone break,
It's always something.
you accidentally, mash up something on your car. You had a root canal.
Yeah.
There's so much different things that you did not know was going to happen today, but you have to find money to get it done. Your glasses, something happened, you have to go and get a new pair of glasses.
I always breaking my thing.
Yeah, so I think that's the path. You could budget, you could do all of these different things, but you still have that
You have to.
unexpected expense that you were not prepared for.
That emergency
You
fund
know?
is
Yes.
a lifesaver.
Emergency
Yeah.
fund. I must say, my son, before he came home, he was not working for a while, and I was so proud of him because he had saved, he had his emergency fund, and I was shocked because he never one day called and said, "Mommy, I needed this," because he had his money to spend. That's
Wait, you sure he ain't called daddy for the money?
You would could not call me. But I must say, he did good. He did good with that. So that emergency fund, it really works out.
Well, finding the saving model that works for you too. So I've done emergency, general savings, and food,
Yeah.
and that's how I kind of compartmentalize.
That
Yeah.
food sound like it's very important.
I'm very
Yeah,
important.
I don't. You see this belly? I don't.
Hush. But real talk though, I think that's what kind of stresses persons out, because we might tell them, okay guys, budget, plan, but then boom, something happened at school. You need to add an extra $100 in some project or in something.
Yeah.
So you always have, label it something else maybe. Label it, because I've heard persons say, "Oh, I'm having difficulty with saving. That's why I'm in a partner hand." And I'm thinking to myself,
I don't trust it. I don't trust partner hand.
I don't understand the partner hand situation, because you still paying this
Yes.
money
Yeah, I
out
don't
though.
The only way I see it works is if you're the last person. Then you're saving towards
No, because
it.
sometimes people drop out afterwards. It's so scary. I've heard of stories.
What if the person doing it runs away with my money? What if I message you and you just disappear? I would not. I don't do the partner hand.
Yeah, most people are in favor. But if you're just tuning in, I got a little ding there. If you're just tuning in, the topic for tonight is
you just watched it. Adulting ain't it.
that is our topic for tonight, guys. Adulting ain't it. And we already went through the myths, and now we're talking about the finances.
Yeah.
Do we have any funny or slightly embarrassing money stories on when we were broke? Or we want to share before we get off of money? Anything that's a little hilarious that we're willing to share
I don't
about being
mind.
broke?
I don't mind going to walk with some cup noodles.
With some what?
Cup
Cup
noodles.
noodles.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, okay. I thought that's my struggle meal. Or some corn.
Oh, that's a struggle
That's a
meal.
struggle meal, yeah.
That's a
Really?
snack for a lot of people.
That's a struggle meal. then that's your lunch. That's a struggle, man.
I take lunch to work almost every day.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't cook.
Yes.
I want to, but I can't cook.
With all the TikToks,
I can't. I can't.
you stop saying you can't.
Can't, yeah.
Try.
Shane on my face.
No, but so you don't, that is considered your embarrassing story? Okay. All right.
Cup noodles.
I don't think
I can't think on any because I've always had my plan A, B, and C. Mommy was my rescue. Honest to God, like I can't.
Shout out to Erie. Trust me.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Mommies are golden. You know, at the end of the day.
Take that pause to hand and be like, "That $20." That's my dog. Give me my space, you know. But that's my dog.
It's not like you want to do some, unholy stuff
I want
in your space that you don't want mommy to be the voice of reason from stopping you. But you still want the mommy-son relationship.
I want to seek the face of the Lord in private. I want to see the Lord privately.
Anyway, we all know better.
Yeah.
We all know better. But yes, I can't think on any slightly embarrassing moment about being when I was younger. No.
Oh.
I'm having fun. Some days are tough, but I'm having the time of my life.
Well, the only thing I can think on, credit card. Like when you travel, sometimes you have to call and tell them that you're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
And I went into a store one time to purchase some stuff. And they told me my card was declined. I was like, what? So Kiara was with me, my daughter, and she was like, "Ma, what's going on?" But I called the bank and I did tell them I was traveling.
Yes.
So then, they released it and I was able to purchase my goods.
Yes, that happened.
That's something I should start doing.
That did happen to me.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. I didn't know that you had to let Banco know you're off island.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you do?
I didn't know. So the first transaction always goes through. That one is fine.
Yeah.
But the second one, and I'm looking at the lady, I'm like, run it again.
Yeah.
I have money on my card. She's
I was
like,
the same
"Miss,
way."
I did it 5 times."
Wow. I need to call Banco this week.
And I was no, now you don't have to.
Oh, you're good.
You're good now. But really and truly, yeah, man, that was so embarrassing because I'm in a line. There's so much people behind, and I had to literally leave all the stuff there.
Yeah. Wow.
I had to leave all the stuff there because
I
I was traveling actually with my brother when he was up there, but we weren't in the same store.
Oh.
So and then of course no, I'm not putting my phone on roaming. This is back in the day. I'm not putting my phone on roaming, so I can't even call him to tell him, okay, come save me, or listen. I was so ashamed, but then I was okay because these people don't know me.
Right.
But that was a little embarrassing.
That's my worst fear.
That what?
My card get declined, especially the line.
Well, make sure everything's intact before you go to
Before you
Thailand.
go.
You have to shut down the store. Ain't nobody leave. Because y'all ain't gonna tell nobody this little
Listen.
black dude card declined. He had the wall of stuff.
But I know a lot of marriages, a lot of people have meltdowns because of finances. Financial pressure is huge.
Yeah.
I always say on this show, love don't pay the bills.
Oh, that's true.
But really and truly, it causes a serious rift in any relationship. And a lot of it, as I say, that's the part of adulting. Because when you have kids, and I tell my sons this all the time, when they go and they open the fridge, they don't know what mommy had to do to get those things in the fridge. All they know that mommy bought groceries. And that's how it is. I've seen so much things on Facebook and TikTok that got me cracking up on how people behave when they're spending their parents' stuff. Toilet paper, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
The toothpaste, they waste the sodas, they do all kind of different stuff. But then when they move into their space,
don't touch it.
listen.
I'll give you an example. I went to, my daughter moved to Tampa to live, so I went to visit her. And I would turn on the light in the apartment. And every time I turn it on, she would turn it back on. So I was like, well, what happened then? She said, you know how much the electricity is? I said, you can't be serious. I said, the same person who had the light on 24/7.
Yeah, who leave the ceiling fan on. Okay.
And I was like, really? I said, can't be the same person.
Adults. That's like the arc into adulthood. You start to do these things that your parents used to cuss you about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I laugh because I see them on Facebook all the time where they don't want you to even waste paper towel. You know, and when they buy you, they're doing all kind of thing. Stupidness, you know, but when it comes to you, who feels it knows it.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. And people do have constant pressure, you know, trying to figure out how to juggle their finances. So that is one of the biggest things with being an adult. The second biggest thing I would say is our career struggles. Talk to me about that. Constantly feeling burnt out, feeling stuck, feeling like you want to go postal on people. You know that phrase though?
No, I'm not that old. Second.
Can someone please message in and let UC know what going postal means? Because clearly...
What's the question? Okay.
Oh, sorry, we have messages? I'm so sorry, guys. I tell you a message and I'm not even checking my messages. I apologize. Oh, wait. This is today. Okay. So this one says, carrying lunch every day ain't embarrassing. A lot of these places we spend our money, food tastes like crap.
Bobby. I would. No. If this was shut among Bobbies, I would strap myself on that building.
Really?
Yeah, I don't play with Bobbies. That 4 o'clock shift will be different. I'm telling you, you have to try it for you. You ever had the 4 o'clock shift? Food?
I don't eat food from Bobby's.
Try the 4 o'clock shift.
And it's not that I don't eat food from Bobby's. I just don't eat food from Virgin Queen closer.
That 4 o'clock shift is different. The kind of garnish that man to be pouring on the food, pineapple and the rice, all kind of thing. You have to try it. You have to try it.
This is why it's a mess. Next message it says, I can't wait to go to my children's home. I leave it on light, dropping stuff on the floor, half drinking stuff, etc. I'm gonna get my revenge on them.
I needed to do the same thing.
But yeah, it's really, really funny. It's funny because especially like with my son now, because everything he's showing off over there because everything is Apple Pay, everything you could just whatever. So it's like if I say, okay, Jaden, I'm going back to the hotel now, you know, can you get me an Uber? Crickets.
Yeah.
Like, mommy, get your own Uber. I don't use my money. That's my money for me to get my Uber. You know,
and money for when you come back.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm agreeing with what Monifa is saying because these children are too much. They are too much. So we were going into career struggles. You know, I telling you, I'm thinking of myself. I'm reflecting when I used to say, but I can't wait to get my own job so I don't have to ask my mother for no money. I could work for my own money myself because, again, we thought that money equaled freedom. Okay. So for us to get the money, we know that we had to work. Until we worked and realized that we have 40-hour weekdays. Well, if you're so lucky. Yeah, and some people actually have 2 jobs.
Yep. You have to handle conflict as well.
Conflict. Talk to me about conflict, you see. Even as a young person, when people... Anyway, go, talk your thing.
So for me, should probably start off a career topic by saying how grateful I am. I have a very unique opportunity that I think a lot of persons my age don't often get. I get to be in leadership and contribute to some very big conversations, which I'm grateful for. But like I said earlier, firstly, as a young person, I think it ages me as well. Because, it kind of puts all of these eyes to see you a certain way. Because, you sit around a table at 50, 60-year-olds. As a 22-year-old, it's different. That's one. The next thing, though, with my career is that for me, I kind of feel the need to have to, to have to continually prove my ability.
Yourself.
And that makes me work so hard, and it's a sacrifice because I give so much into work, and something else has to fall short every single time. So I work really hard. I normally work from about 8 to 8 every single day.
That's demanding.
That's why food is a big deal for you.
Yeah. So, but it's rewarding. That's one of my favorite things. But the burnout is real. The exhaustion is real. So that's why I love my Sundays. I have to go to church and recharge. And then being in management as well, to have to deal with pressure so heavy and still manage people and lead teams, it calls for compassion.
Okay.
And patience, yeah.
So what was the point that you stated?
I was saying managing conflict. So being a young
so
adult,
young, yeah.
How do you manage, or how is it working out for you with adults, where you have to tell an adult, well, not an adult, but an older person what to do?
It's been an area that has grown me, because I don't know if you remember, but when I was younger, I prided myself in being very confrontational. I can tell you what I have to tell you. And I'm also I can be very authoritative.
Okay.
As in the fact that if this is what I want, this is what's going to happen. But it has brought to me a lot of humility, and to kind of understand the position that persons are in as well, to know to have to listen to the advice 22-year-old. So I try to see the humanity in it. In terms of conflict, I expect it. I expect people to not like me. I expect people to, simply because they don't understand me.
Right.
Not like the way I do things. When it comes to my work, though, I'm very firm about the fact that nobody's going to get in the way of me getting my work done. You fall in line or fall out of line.
I'm going to stop you there, because one of the things you began by stating that you're doing what you love. This is at the end of the day, this is your passion, right? But what happens to those who don't have a clue?
So,
you understand my question?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think that would cause a lot of pressure?
Yes.
Because now everybody's saying, go towards your passion. And you still iffy. Like, I know persons who done general studies in school. You know them too.
Yeah.
They've done general studies in school because up to now, they don't know what they want to major in.
Right.
And persons are making them feel like, what do you mean you don't know what to major in? So to me, it's always that confusion of career path, because some people just don't know what they like,
I think,
but they don't know their passion as yet.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem is that we have separated career path and passion, but I believe that you're more effective, you find more joy in it if you do what you love. when it comes to being passionate about something, that could be absolutely anything.
But then what happens if you can't do what you love? Because I
Sucks,
really and truly would want to be a sex therapist.
Okay, I just want to remind you that you're my teacher.
And I know persons in this room who want to be a housewife.
I just wanted to remind you that you're my teacher.
No, but you understand what I'm saying? That may
Yeah.
not be what you get to
What's
do.
stopping you? What's stopping you
I ain't gonna go
from...
back to school for that.
from-
I ain't going back to no school.
You know,
I ain't going back to school.
You're ready then.
I done with school.
You're ready then.
So I'm just saying, I know a lot of people who are not doing what they want to do. And back then, again, let me be real. Back then, you didn't really have a choice. Your parents chose your classes for you.
Yeah.
I being real, I had to go in.
That was crazy,
like,
you know. That's a crazy time we were living in.
Yeah, I mean,
I did it for my daughter. I told her, listen, you're good with math. Why are you going into science?
That was a crazy time, man.
yeah, I had to do certain classes, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you couldn't get to do. I mean, I don't even know if the students today still have a choice. I allowed my son to choose what he wanted, but I don't know. Maybe I might have been a little sterner if it was a girl. I might have helped her choose. Serious, I might have helped her choose her path. I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the show.
That'll really put us to fend for ourselves.
You know, but it's because you get more out of boys when you give them a choice. Than
Is
if
everybody
you,
okay with her saying this?
Well, I'm not.
The number to call
I told my son.
is 284-544-6677. That is 284-544-6677.
That kingdom number? That kingdom number?
I don't know.
I think that's the kingdom number.
That's our number. All right. What you were saying now, Monifa?
I get my son into the direction he went into as well.
So you helped him.
Yes, I helped him. He wanted to go to college, and the first thing I told him is, who's going to help him with his papers? So I said, your best bet is to go to a tech school where you learn a trade.
Oh, you tell the boy that?
I mean a trade school. I sent him to
Oh,
a
you
trade
tell
school.
the boy that?
Yeah, because I know my son. He is laid back. He probably would have wasted our money and go to college. So yes.
I could accept the fact that you kind of approached it from a parental standpoint. Like, I know better. I know you. I kind of know what this course would entail, and I just don't think it's best suited for you. I could see that. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that you would help your daughter more, flat out.
That means she picking favorites.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's okay. I'm being
It's
honest.
not.
And it's not going to make any sense to lie. So I'm just being honest. But moving away from the conflict resolution, moving away from choosing your passion, what happens when you chose that, but then you realize, I hate this job? That in itself brings pressure.
Yeah.
You have to get up every single day, put on your clothes, and fake it.
That's exactly what you have to do.
Like, you have to fake. That's a lot of pressure. So sometimes I wonder, I've always asked, like, why do people, you realize when you watch certain shows, whether it's a doctor show, think about it, a lawyer show, a policeman show, they always end up at a bar.
Let me tell you, there was a time in my life where every Friday, no matter how the week went, every Friday, I would be at Myatt's, and it would be me and about 4 amaretto sours.
That's a lot.
I love my amaretto sour.
That's a lot, though.
I love my amaretto sours. They help.
You know how much percentage alcohol amaretto is?
I don't.
Okay, you probably don't want to
I
know.
like my amaretto
But
sours.
I'm saying all of that to say is that you're stuck in a job that you don't love. That's a lot of pressure. And then it's like you're dealing with home, you're dealing with this, you're dealing with that. Your pay probably isn't enough. And then you're stuck in a job that you do not love. That can bring on constant pressure. And then, of course, you have to deal with the pressure to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
Because some people are for upward mobility.
I don't know if that scenario is one that you can break out of easily.
What? Climbing the ladder?
Not coming out, but breaking out of the when you get to the point where you don't like your job and you're still going, and because you have these responsibilities. I don't know if it's easy and or if it's possible at all, especially in today's world, to be like, you know what? I'm going to change my career. I'm going to find something. I don't think we have that opportunity anymore.
Really? I beg to differ because I have known many persons that were unhappy and they decided that they'll take a rotation and go to a different
Yes,
department.
that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me. I get
That's
very
true.
attached to places and people.
So you're still loyal to things
Yeah,
that are
I
not
don't see
loyal to you.
myself leaving my office anytime soon.
Okay.
I
Well,
just gotta be like, I'll be very sad.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to laugh at my coworkers, and then I have to make new friends. And it's that simple for me.
Oh my gosh. So go ahead.
No, I was going to add, and what about those who don't like their jobs? They're going through all that pressure, but then the money isn't enough,
Gosh,
and then they have to get another job.
Another job.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
do
think
it.
I think that is huge because when I was teaching, I remember specifically there was this class because I don't know, I was just giving me the bad classes. I had like 1-6A, 1-6B. That's equivalent. That's like saying 112, by the way. And they were really bad. Yeah, they were really bad, right? And I do remember, I threatened them that I would keep them after school if they don't behave themselves.
All you're doing is
And this one girl came to me and she was like in tears. She's like, "Teacher, I can't stay after school." But if you know anything about me, I just went down like a big bad wolf. Like, I don't care. If y'all want to behave by yourself, and I did my typical Lola.
How she is? I actually made me come through and me with a water at home.
Yeah, true. Now, listen. The girl is now getting ready to cry because she knows she's going to get in trouble because she has to pick up her younger siblings from the daycare so that her parents don't pay the late fee. And I am here now keeping her back. Well, it's not me. I keep her back the whole class. But she's in the class. And she's like, "But teacher, I can't. I have to go because my mom doesn't really get, when she gets off, she has to go to another job. And I'm the one who has to pick up everybody. And if I don't get, I'm going to get in trouble because they're going to have to pay for late fee."
It's
And
not
that's
fair.
when I realized that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And I felt so bad. I'm a softie inside, even though I might huff and puff. I am a softie inside, but it makes you see a different, how other people are living. And that's a lot of pressure. And then that's a lot of pressure to put on a forced farmer.
right.
To put on a forced farmer. Yeah, she wasn't one. Anyway, so you put this on a forced farmer that they have to do all of this stuff. And then it's so unfortunate because now, as you said, you're forcing this person to grow up really, really fast, because kids do kind of complicate things a little bit. So you might have your job, your boss tells you have to work an extra shift. Your boss tell you that, and you have kids.
And you have
A lot of people start to resent their children because of that,
Why would they resent their children?
because they kind of feel like, especially when it's a young child, came and added this pressure that they didn't.
But the
especially if it
child
was
didn't ask to be
unexpected.
here.
They probably didn't ask for the child to be there.
really.
I was just what they say, you see. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel that the burnout is real when you're juggling like these
So much,
long
yeah.
shifts. Some people have deadlines at their job. I'm sure you're used to that having deadlines. And of course, I learned the other day from my supervisor, there's a term called imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I just learned that the other day. And you ever heard about the imposter
No.
syndrome?
No.
That's when You give your best, but in your mind,
You don't belong.
Best isn't good enough.
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
You don't feel as though,
You belong.
yeah, like am I wrong for doing that? Like you start second guessing yourself, and a lot of it is you're kind of wondering, am I even deserving of this? Am I qualified for this? And you are,
Yeah.
But it's the imposter syndrome. You can look it up.
Just the
Imposter
weight of
syndrome
that moment.
that is going to make you feel as though, like you're faking it when you know you're really qualified at the end of the day. And all of these pressures that we put on ourselves. And you know what? 10 times out of 10 ain't even what you're stressing over. And I know you could tell about me because when I call this one on the phone, I think she is one of the best people in this earth because she has to listen to Lola for like 2 hours, talk about something, and yeah, wakataka. And then when she says her little bit for like 2 minutes, it's exactly going to play out how she say. Because it's like we worry for nothing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what helps to get through those time friendships. I think when you go through or when you have to live through those heavy pressure moments in life consistently, it makes you appreciate genuine friendships and relationships so much more,
right.
Because it become like a safe space where you get to unload and not, you have it's like a rest stop for truckers.
Yes.
Where you kind of just get to stop and not drive and not be awake, just catch yourself, so that friendships help.
Definitely. All right.
True
so-
friendships. Yeah.
True friendships. So we're going to take a quick little break right now. We will be right back. When we come back, we will talk about relationships and friendships. Because you segue into it, so I'm going to...
Relationships and friendships.
We'll be right back.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
We here at the Signal 284 have the perfect way to kickstart your mornings. Join us for a soulful and uplifting experience every day during morning devotions from as early as 5 a.m. We bring praise and worship songs along with devotional readings designed to uplift your spirit, preparing you for the day ahead. So make morning devotions a part of your daily routine because a positive start leads to a positive day. See you tomorrow from 5 a.m.
Attention all music lovers, are you ready for a trip down memory lane? Well, keep it locked to Signal 284 on Thursdays for all the best throwback hits. Get ready to relive the classics and dance to the beats of the past. Starting from 8 a.m. and going strong all day. The Signal 284 is your destination on Thursdays. Whether you're driving, working, or just chilling at home, we've got the perfect soundtrack for you. So don't forget, it's Thursdays on the Signal 284. We promise to take you back to the good old days.
All right, so we are back. This is your girl Lola alongside.
You say Z Adams.
What's happening?
That's my brand.
Oh, okay. I got you. And the topic for tonight is
Adulting ain't it.
that is so true. If you're just tuning in, the number to call or message or I-ness, as we like to say, would be 284-544-6677. Did you find out if it's Thai Kingdom? It
If
is.
not,
There you-
776-3400. We will be there to help you. So
And why are you giving them free advertisements? They need to pay for that ad just now. But anyway, Tree. So yes, we spoke about money, we spoke about career. Now we're going to talk about relationships and loneliness and friendships. Now, listen. I can attest to that things change when you get older. People who you thought I was in 5 Science. So people who you thought were your ride or dies, man, them suckers leave you on graduation day. Everybody goes their own path. They go to their own college. They go to their own job. They go to, you who you thought were your ride or dies.
I want to go back a bit. You said you were in 5 Science.
Yes.
What happened in 5 Science?
What do you mean?
What was that a point to make?
The class was small, so we were very close knit.
Oh, okay. I thought something happened in 5 Science.
Oh, no. Just like how your class was small, it was 16 of you?
Yes.
It was a very small and intimate class. I think we had about 16 as well. And, we were ride or die, but...
Those were the days. I didn't really like them.
But it just goes to show. And then when children get in the way, before you could have do this, you could have just pick up and go. That's why this one over here could just pick up and come, because the responsibilities have shifted.
They have shifted.
Yes. But when you get older, you realize it's not just I can come.
Yeah. I think as you get older, your circle tends to get smaller and smaller. Because the 16 friends that you had before, it drops down to 10, and they drop down to 8. So it continues until you just have, 2 or 3 that you could really depend on.
I've been watching my friendship circle shift, especially it's been 5 years out of high school now. So I've been watching my friendship circle kind of shift. Because and it's probably natural because you go from seeing and talking to these people for 6 years every single day.
Yeah.
And now, everybody's living their own lives and building careers. So, it's life.
It is.
It's life.
That's what I'm saying. So being an adult, you literally would have to path ways. You're talking about pathing ways with coworkers. It's hard to path ways with persons who could actually blackmail you in the future.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't. Sometimes it's just it fades away. But I don't like when friendships or relationships, platonic and romantic, end bitterly. I don't like it because it leaves ambiguity to what might happen in the future.
I agree. Also in terms of relationships, and this is a big one that actually you'd have to deal with adulting, is that you have to realize that your parents are now getting older. So they might need you to help them more. Some persons take in their parents and they have to end up taking care.
Take in their parents, you see.
I know.
Take in their parents.
She's going to Adina Donovan.
So we can some persons actually assist with their siblings as well.
Yes.
I've seen things, and even we've seen reality shows, we've seen sitcoms, we've seen all kind of different things that deals with family pressures. And living with your in-laws also can cause a lot. It can cause a lot on any relationship.
Yeah.
So
Especially
it's
if you have a lot of differences.
It's a lot. For me, my situation, I can't. Even if I look at I can't. I am biased though, because I had my mother-in-law. I really did. So for me, I know a lot of people can't say that. You know what I mean? So you have to take in that person to live with you. They're constantly nagging. They're constantly, and to me, you know how I feel. Your home is supposed to be your safe haven. So you may not even want to come home because, stress at home.
Well, I mean, for me, it's a big adjustment because my son, he just came back home. So what I could have done a year ago,
Like
I
walk
can't
around the
now.
house naked.
Walk around the house naked. I mean, keep the door open when you're having fun in the bedroom. I mean, no, you can't do those things.
No, you can't do those things.
So, I mean, taking in people or taking them back in, like I'm taking back in my children, killing the vibes.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you both again. I am just a child. This one over here will keeping the bedroom door open. This one want to be a sex therapist. This is the night you bring me on the show? Christ.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
You see?
Take it. Just on a brave face.
But you want to get your own place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to get your own place for?
You know, I want to decorate, host parties, that kind of thing.
I'm going to send your mommy the link for the show. But yeah, family responsibilities actually might increase a little bit. There's so much variables. You might end up with a child that has a disability. You might end up with someone who suffered, let's say, for instance, a stroke, and you have to assist or help out with that family member until they catch themselves. But that in itself is a lot. You know what I mean?
It puts a strain on the relationships. It
does.
tests it.
It does.
It really tests the strength of it.
Right.
And I think it's okay if that weight shows you that the relationship isn't as strong as you thought.
But then what happens if you're single? Remember, this is about adulthood, though. So I could be single and I'm taking on all of this responsibility. I have to work 2 shifts. I still have to deal with a sick child. I still have to, that's a lot.
That's a bullet that I dodging.
Yeah, it's a lot. And some people definitely cannot cope with things like that.
Yeah.
And then you have people going on Love Link and talking about them going to Taiwan. So you listening to
Thailand.
To Thailand. So you have them,
I'm childless for now.
So I'm just saying, persons would just actually get jealous and see other people.
You jealous of me?
Me? No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no desire to go to those places. I've been on that side of the world, and I'm not.
Oh, well, if you were jealous, I would have taken you, but.
Nah, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm good, and I don't experiment with my belly when I go to certain places. I stick with McDonald's. Sorry, because a lot of places don't really cook through and through. So, but yes, we were kind of ending off now with the mental health part of it, because I was saying it's so much tugging at you. You have the finances, you have the career, the job, because it may not be your career choice, eh? So you have the job. And then on top of that, now you have this boss who's in your ear, and you have to go home to a sick mother and a child who's rebellious. It's a lot.
I think it was
a lot
this year that I actually realized in full scope the importance of paying more attention to my mental health. So as you said, while I was...
Wow, at 25.
22.
22.
Wait, you're 22? Oh, it's 5 years I heard 5 somewhere. So 5 years you're out of high school.
Yes, 5 years.
All right, I know I heard 5.
Class of 2020. 2-0. So, personally, as this year, I have seen a bit more than I would have liked to. I've seen a bit more trauma. I've seen a bit more pain, a bit more heartbreak, disappointment, broken trust. I've seen it. And I kind of had to navigate that while trying to build a career, while trying to go after education, maintain friendships.
Why going school?
Okay, well, too soon. Too soon. And I think it was a couple months that the pressure of it all kind of got to me, and I got to the point where I stopped functioning, stopped functioning outside of this wheel. I kind of got stuck in this wake up every day, go to work, go home, and I wasn't feeling anything, so I made a decision to start seeing a therapist.
Oh, okay.
Which has been, I think, in the past 3 years, at least I can make it my adulthood the single best decision I've ever made in my adulthood, seeing a therapist.
So you decided to do it on your own, or somebody gave you a recommendation?
My friend, one of my closest friends, we used to walk together, but at the time she used to have a call with her therapist every Wednesday, and she would tell me often how impactful it was. And I ran from it. I said, okay, maybe I'll try it. But one day I bit the bullet, and it's been such a valuable experience. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a plug. We're giving a shout out for therapy. That's something that Hennessy always definitely advocates for. I've never really been. I know y'all are making me feel like I should go.
Yeah, I've been telling all my friends.
So what does it help you with, though? Stress, anxiety? What does it help you with?
Maybe?
So that was the main thing. So I had an anxiety issue. And because of past experience, I had a PTSD issue as well. And what therapy allows me to do is understand my emotions, understand what's making me react a certain way,
Right.
and understand how to manage it.
Okay. So you identify your triggers and your coping mechanisms.
But it's also a place. I think the most impactful thing is that it's this safe space that I have. That I don't have to wear a mask. I don't have to be perfect. I can speak about my mistakes. I can speak about my fears. It's literally a space where I get to be me and say everything and unpack what has happened this week, but also in childhood and teenage years, and see how even that is affecting me today and my decisions.
How much you say you pay?
My therapy is, thank you to NHI, it's $35 per session.
$35.
What happened to you?
Nothing. I thought it would have been a lot of money.
No, it's $35.
But anyway, next session, $35.
Oh. Well, you don't take NHI, so I have to pay the full price.
The full price. Okay, all right.
Y'all setting me up. I kind of wondering like where we going with this $35. It just dawned on me. But then, how long is the session? Kind of have you on the phone for like 2 hours though.
Bella.
All right, we have some messages, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm here now reading. All right, this one says, you could see me choosing for my son. Epic fail. I tell you can't choose for them boys. You cannot choose for boys. I could choose for girls. I could help her. But boys, not so much. All right, no job could ever come over my children, period.
Real.
I mean, that sounds ideal.
Real.
But not many. But when people sound like that, they really don't have a choice.
Yeah, when you have bills to pay.
Yeah, you really don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's not that they want to, but unfortunately, that's just how it is. Because I'm telling you, I could still see the child now in my head about to cry because she knows she would have gotten in trouble if I didn't release her to pick up her siblings from school. You know, and it's just unfortunate. I don't think the mother loves to work. You know what I mean?
Well, just what
but
she
she
had
just
to do.
has to work.
Yeah.
And then we also have quality over quantity as it relates to friends as you get older. And then we have growth also changes your circle.
Very true.
Yes. You
Very
start to require different things from friendship.
And your mindset, your goal set may not be theirs.
Yeah, especially if you're in a situation where they're always drinking and partying and you're not about that life anymore.
Right.
You know, you don't want to be a part of that. So you're going to gravitate to a different circle, you know, etc., etc. But coming back to the mental health, and I never really knew about this mental health thing. I feel like this is like of this era. Because I don't remember
No, because back
growing
in the
up,
day,
people going counseling.
they looked
and
at it as something.
I don't have no recollection.
It was very taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very taboo.
I don't have no recollection.
But it also makes you think about, like, back then, how many people were struggling.
Struggling.
And just didn't know there was an avenue or weren't willing to go to the avenue to be better.
But I don't know. I mean, you made a very valid point also when you said like girls were raised a little different back then too. So it's like we were trained to cope regardless. Because I'm going back in my memory bank and I don't know. I think my mother made it look so effortless. This woman used to cook twice a day.
Yeah.
Breakfast and dinner. And still had raised 3 children. Still was second in command at HR.
And you couldn't pinpoint a moment when she might have felt anxious or
But
felt...
I ain't finished.
Oh.
Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Friday night. The only night she did not go to church was Saturday.
Wow.
It's crazy. She made it look very effortless. So now
Masked it well.
She masked it
well.
very, very well.
She
So
was a
now,
praying woman too.
and she was a praying woman.
She had God on her
So
side.
now here I am, as an adult, 4 pots on the fire. They all blazing, about to have the water out. And I still doing so many different things, and I don't know. I'm struggling, and I say that very openly. Like I am struggling at the end of the day. However, one of the things that I do support is the therapy, but you have to make time for yourself.
You have to.
It is a lot of what a word is I want to say. It's a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves.
Yes.
We are our worst critic. At the end of the day, we can't do anything right. We can't do. However, we need to give ourselves a lot more grace. We would give other people grace, but then when it comes to ourselves, that's a harm. We don't really do that. And the therapy, I can see why and how the therapy works, because as he indicated, it's a safe space.
Such a safe space.
And listen, I hate when I think about the decision overload that I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like simple little things, like, you know, even if my husband calls me and asks me, babe, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, can you answer that one less thing for me to think about, please? You just humor me for 2 seconds. You answer that.
Yeah. It's
I don't know if I'm the only one.
No, it's
The
true.
decision over the overload is real.
And I see my therapist sometimes, like, right in the middle of the week, and I try to do it late mornings or the afternoon, so sometime between 11 and like 2 p.m.
Okay.
So that I get the recharge and I get to put it to work.
Okay.
To end the day on a strong note. Best decision you'll ever make for yourself, especially if you don't have time to maybe go to the beach and unwind or spend some time alone. Just that one hour where you could sit on in that couch or lay down and just relax and just say what's on your mind. And that's one of the things I like, at least about the way my therapist approaches our session. It doesn't feel structured and disciplined, because every time I sit in her chair, the first thing she always asks me very simply, so what's up, how you doing today? Yeah.
I think as the older I get, the more motivated and less stressed I've become. Because you know my mantra.
I can't be bothered.
I can't be bothered. Yes, I can't be bothered. Because a lot of things you did when you were younger, trying to please people, you know, trying to get everything done, is like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to meet that deadline, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't.
Yeah, don't do it at your expense.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I have grown a lot mentally. I didn't go to a therapist, but I guess
It's
pray and, you know, and gratitude as well.
Yes.
I give thanks for a lot of things that when I was younger I probably didn't used to do, but now as I become older, I appreciate things more. Yeah. And I take a lot of time for myself. I on Friday afternoons I'll just go down my ketos, sit down by myself and have my dinner by myself and relax, and then I go home.
I try to take myself out every now and then. I like to sit on the porch of Coconut Lounge and watch the water and have a meal and you know. So that's kind of you also building that kind of relationship with yourself.
Right.
You know, being comfortable enough to sit in yourself and enjoy your own company. It helps.
And once a month, it's supposed to be once a week. I have a girlfriend date on Thursdays. It's supposed to be a threesome, by the way, but we aren't as faithful as we were supposed to be.
Okay.
And that helps
Shade
a lot.
much?
Yeah.
That helps a lot as well.
Yeah, I have a friend group. We call ourselves the Congress.
Oh, nice.
Congress.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we try every weekend, every other weekend, to just spend some time together, or even during the week, and just decompress and talk and laugh and have fun. Because you know, you kind of go about your weeks being so serious in your suits and everything.
Yes,
and it's like, I just want to relax and laugh and have a little bit of fun. So those kind of spaces, again, very helpful.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm so glad that I have who I have, because trust me, I know at the end of the day, they would be like, we got to hear this again. Like, I thought we dealt with this last week, though. Like, I got to hear this again. You know, but I don't hear any of those words. That's the awesomeness of my friends. You know, that's really the awesomeness. Because I know when I hold on to something, I guess that's the tenacious spirit. When I hold on to something, I don't really let it go until I let it go. But I think for me, what I would say kind of tips off my mental equilibrium a little bit, and this is just me. I don't know. I don't have, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but Monifa knows I'm telling the truth. I don't have complete faith in persons. So if I leave something for you to do, and I realize you're not doing it the way that I want it done, I'm going to do it myself.
And is that because you expect them to not do it from the jump the way you want?
I don't know. And maybe a mixture. I don't know.
Because you have to give them a fair chance. They deserve that at least.
So it's like, for me, I think I bring a lot of pressure on myself. Not just me doing myself, but I'm that type of person. I don't want to call it a perfectionist, because it's not that. I still want it a particular way, and if I realize I'm not getting it that particular way, I just do it myself. So it kind of helps. It kind of helps with my overload. So I might have been, I gave it to you to do, and then I end up doing it. So for me, I think I definitely would have to go to therapy to get rid of that, because that is something I have to overcome.
Because it kind of comes also from accepting that, what's the old people term? The two ways to skin a goat? Yeah? Yeah, you know. It kind of comes from accepting that, my way might not be the only way.
Yes.
And I can trust.
Yes.
And that's one of the things, I think, as a team leader too, that's one of the things that I have had to learn, because I like things to be done a certain way, what I believe is the right way.
But I don't know if also if it's intertwined with the fear of failure. Like if I know that my name is attached to, you understand what I'm saying? Like if I know my name is attached to something,
pay a lot
I am going to to make sure that it is done properly, as you stated, at my own detriment.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pressure.
It's a balance to find, but you have to, in the professional space, you have to give people the room to,
I guess,
to develop.
But this is home life too,
It's
This is home life as well, and I'm trying my best. All right, I'm seeing a message here that says mental health is new. Back then, you were crazy.
It's true. I mean, some people.
Stop it, TC. Everybody can hear you loud.
I'm sorry. Agreed.
But yes. So I would say if we're wrapping up everything now, because I'm looking at the time, if we're wrapping up everything, I think we gave a lot of advice while we were speaking. But if we have to go through each of the 4 things that we spoke about, finances, career goals, relationships, and mental health, what would be our takeaway? Because what I love about Love Link is that yes, we're gonna talk about it, but now how do we cope? How do we thrive?
So for finance, I think my number 1 recommendation would be find the formula for yourself. Find your formula, apply it, stick to it. Believe that it can work, because it's you won't stick to it unless you believe that it can work. And when it comes to saving, nothing is too little to start with.
I agree.
I agree.
And that was said by a 22-year-old. Yeah. I got it right. See, I got
nothing
it
right. I'll be 23 in a week, so nothing is too little. I think a lot of people call themselves away from saving because they say, well, it makes sense if you only put in $150, but everything counts.
Everything counts.
And the consistency will reward you over time.
I agree. And forgive yourself if you don't get what you want, because you might be saving, but then you end up taking a $50 here, a $50 there. That's okay.
It's okay.
Forgive yourself that you had to
money.
Exactly. Tap into your savings, because to me, I'd feel a little guilty. I'd feel a little guilty when you're like, if it wasn't there, what you would have done? It's only because you know it there.
But it's there to be that safety net when you need it.
Yeah.
But don't abuse it.
Yes.
Don't abuse it. Allow it to be able to solve the purpose that it was intended for.
Correct.
What's the next
Career.
one?
Career. You got
Correct.
anything there, Monifa?
I mean, make sure that you find a job that you love.
Oh, yes. Trust me.
And if you don't find one that you love, I mean, try to maintain relationships within the job that
Yes.
professionally.
As hard as it might be.
Yes, as hard as it may be. Try to avoid conflict at all times. And try to balance your career life and your personal life so that you can have a peace of mind at the end of the day.
That one hard to do, That one is hard to do. And we're saying it, like these things, we're saying them, but we know that they're difficult. but then you would literally collapse. So make it be intentional on trying.
Yeah.
Be intentional on trying.
Because at the end of the day, you don't, you'll have burnout.
Correct. I
Effort.
have a
That's
message.
a good point for that one. Just make an effort.
I have a message on my personal phone. It says therapy is great. Helps you cope with anxiety, stress, depression, PTSD, really help with your mental health. It can give me a great deal. Plus prayers. God is the greatest. And what? Jaden here talk about his Keisha. Jaden a trip. That's one lady he loves no matter the age. Well, you know my son loves you. Yeah. I tell him that's incest because that's anti-Keisha. But yes, we do have to do our work balance. Yes. I do like what you all said about leaning on your friends, leaning on that support circle. Who's your tribe? Whoever your tribe is, make sure you tap into them because they have some days you just have to offload, or it have some days you have to call somebody and say, listen, can you please do me a favor and pick up Jaden for me, or pick up, because you need to have somebody that you can call.
Also make sure that you are available for them in the same way.
Yes. It's reciprocal. Yes.
That's important. That's something my therapist was telling me about, because she was telling me that I tend to attract friendships and relationships where I help people, and she kind of reminded me that it hurt me in a minute, but she told me, you're not a licensed therapist. So don't stop trying to be. Yeah, so those are things.
That is very deep.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we spoke about self-care. There's a difference between, what was it? We always say this on the show. A difference between self-care and self-love. There's a difference. Self-care is like when you do like massages, but self-love, so you have to basically make sure that you have some side, and maybe that's what therapy could also help you with too.
It kind of, that's something that I had to address in therapy, the whole concept of self-love, and I think the lack of love wherever it exists kind of stems from something that happened that made you see yourself differently and think of it. So you have to really look at the source of that and unpack it and break it down so you can then learn who you are. Because you can't love somebody you don't know.
Correct.
Learn who you are and learn to love that person.
Yeah, that comes with growth and maturity. Yeah. Learning to love yourself.
Tell me about it. And then the last thing I have that I have here in my notes is celebrate small wins. So if you pay your bills on time, that's a win. All right. If you helped out a friend and the friend helped you out, that's a win. All right. If you were able to fold laundry this week,
that's a win.
That's a win. God, trust me. Washing is easy. Yeah. The problem to come up with the folding
the clothes.
Don't bother.
How can you got bother when you look rough dry?
I just stuff them in there.
No man.
You just stuff them in the drawer?
No, you can look rough dry. Then you have to iron.
I
have to iron.
I keep like 4 cans of starch on deck.
That's also you got to iron. You can cut to
I love to this generation doesn't iron anymore.
But why would you iron? You wash, you dry,
and then
you hang it up
and put it up.
Wow.
You hang it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just buy some hangers, and as it comes out of the dryer.
Disappointed.
You're disappointed.
I am.
We have given tips on how to stay above water.
Wow.
Trust me.
Hello, ironing.
I wake up every morning and iron.
And what is your mother's
pay
light
your electricity
bill? Yeah. What is your mother's light bill like?
Every payment.
And imagine that.
Exactly.
So now when you go into your own place,
I might start hanging up.
So in 1 year's time, he would be with us older folks, okay?
Hanging up.
He'll be hanging up just like us.
I would like to do this show over again after a year of you living living by yourself.
And of course, I have here, build your own definition of success.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So whatever you consider to be successful, that's what we go with. Not what Hollywood says, not what, mommy and daddy says. It's basically come up with your own.
Because a lot of people just have success as, I have, $1 million in the bank, but success is a lot more than that.
Exactly.
As you kind of climbing that mountain to success, I've found that it's important to stop on the mountain, because we kind of just keep going up. And it's okay to just stop every now and then and take in the air and just breathe and decompress before you keep going again.
And you have to be grateful for your success as well.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to appreciate it.
Yes.
Look back down. See how far you've come.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm beaming with pride as well, because this young man doesn't sound like a young man.
No, he sounds quite mature
at all, and I think that has to do with the environment that you're placed in.
Maybe you're sitting down with 50 and 60
Exactly.
year olds.
So it's rubbing off. Their wisdom is rubbing off on you, and then you yourself intertwining it with your wisdom. It's just creating this superhuman.
That's one. I'm like, I think I said it all. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities that I've had. It's been like a dream, and sometimes I have to pinch myself, but I think more than anything else, it's a learning opportunity for me, because I get to pick up and I get to pick the brains of some brilliant persons.
And for a young man who is just peeking into the adulthood, most persons your age would be out there drinking, smoking, partying on a regular. But I must say,
it's a process. When I first came out of high school, I had about a year or two where I was open and closing touchdown.
You were lost.
Yeah.
You were lost.
And I think that was just my mother kind of letting me go a little bit after the high school years, and she never. What I appreciate about her, she never told me no. She never told me stop going. She kind of let me realize on my own that just wasn't the space for me, and it was that coupled with the fact that underneath all of that, I really just wanted to live a life that was pleasing to God. So a lot of these are just guiding principles that I use to keep me on track every now and then.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Adulting ain't it. But it's not the end of the world. And the truth is, adulting is just another stage of growing up. It could be messy. No, we know it could be messy.
Very.
It could be unpredictable. And sometimes it is overwhelming, right? However, we have to build our own independence. And nothing is wrong with getting it wrong.
Yeah. Okay,
I can't put it no other way. You're trying your best, and that's enough.
You'll be good.
But
pick yourself up.
Yeah, we have to release a lot of this unexpected, like all of these. What am I trying to say? Like these heavy expectations that we're putting on ourselves. That at the end of the day, 1 year from now, really wouldn't matter. Yeah. I'm being honest. They really wouldn't matter. Okay. So nothing is wrong with that.
We beat ourselves up and things could be figured out.
Yeah, definitely. And as I began the show, I'll end the show there too, where, as I was saying to Monifa, I called my cousin.
I don't know who you're talking about.
when I called my cousin who was in her 50s, and I was just talking about the show, and again, she said, "How I can help you? I winging it too. So just how I begin the show, I'm going to end the show. There's no textbook. There's no blanket statement that we can make. There's so many different variables that can cause us to go left, right, straight, whatever. Once you know within yourself where you want to go, and you focus on that.
Yes.
That is the most important thing. So I thank you guys for listening to our show tonight. If you know anybody who needs to hear this, because I actually had an older head and a younger head. Well, me being an older head too. Basically just discussing on adulting ain't it. So if you know anybody, share it up. Wait, what would I say? What would it be? Subscribe? What would I say? Like, share, and comments. There we go. Leave a comment, share it with anyone who's actually paying the bills and crying right now. But yeah, nothing is wrong with that. So until next time, do y'all have any parting words? Anything that stood out that you want the audience to walk away, that teachable moment? Anything that you want them to see, hey, this is my takeaway that I want you to remember after tonight's show?
One, give yourself grace. 2, trust yourself. And 3, a reminder that this is the only life that you're going to live.
Right.
So in the middle of all the mess, make an effort to smile, enjoy it, laugh, dance.
Dance. I love to dance.
It's one of my favorite songs. It kind of groans me. I think it's by Gladys Knight. It says, I hope you dance.
Yeah.
When life happens, I just hope you dance.
Yeah. I love to dance. Munifa?
Adulting ain't it.
Telling you.
Basically, we just have to ensure that we know that we all make mistakes. It's not going to be an easy road. All you have to do is pick up, dust off, and start all over again.
Yeah. Don't give up. Once there's life, there's hope.
There's hope.
So, with that being said, we want you to take care and keep growing. And we will together say good night. So with that, we will say good night.
Good night.
All right, good night, guys. See y'all
night.
next week Sunday.